Hello all MRBers and welcome to another video with me. I am Mike McRock. I am one half of the McRock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. Right now I am going to deliver to you a brand new video of a WWE NXT review. You might have to bear with me, I might be a little bit rusty because it's been almost over a year since I've done an NXT review. I have been watching it weekly. I will put that out there. I did not stop watching, if you were wondering. I was just bored doing NXT reviews this week after week after week, so I took a big sabbatical. Now I am officially back doing weekly NXT reviews. Get ready. There is a couple of videos that are going to take place in the next 1 or 2 days or so. One of them is a prediction video for WWE NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, but right now this focus will be on this week's episode of WWE NXT. This is the go home show to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And on this episode, there are maybe 2 to 3 good things. The rest are just and I will talk about that after. But to me, the best thing about this week's episode of NXT were the main event between the Velveteen Dream and Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano putting his shot on the line. Another really good thing was the backstage interview with Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler, and AOP squashing as well. I think out of the 3 segments, to me the best thing on this show was the final segment, was the final match. That match between the Velveteen Dream and Johnny Gargano. Leading up to TakeOver Philadelphia is going to be Johnny Gargano challenging Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. And the Velveteen Dream is kind of being used as a plot device to get where Johnny Gargano is going to go with Cien at TakeOver Philadelphia. I really like this match. I thought it was pretty good, and I can see people really overhyping this match to the highest degree. I do, and I don't really blame them. I can understand why people think this match was amazing. I don't think it was that amazing, but it was really good. It was really effective. It got the point across, and it was necessary. To me, the real star out of this match was the Velveteen Dream. I love his gimmick, and I love that little introduction before the theme music kicked in of NXT, where you had the Velveteen Dream's usual shtick, his Prince-like, smooth-talking, flamboyant kind of thing going on. I really dug it. I really love the ambiance with the lighting and the purple and all that fun stuff. That was really good promo, and he delivered in this match. So did Johnny Gargano. I really liked the back and forth between the two of them. It was really even in the match. It was 50-50, good, solid 50-50 booking. And the one thing I liked throughout the course of this match was that they were selling the Velveteen Dream's arm injury, where he would go on the top rope. He would almost consider doing the elbow drop off of one arm, but he realized that he had an injured arm, so he'd use the other arm. I dug that, and I also like the end result where Johnny Gargano applied his, Johnny the Gargano escape on his injured arm, which forced the Velveteen Dream to tap out pretty quickly. So I like the psychology of that match and how they used that, the Velveteen Dream's injured arm, and also that little thing where the Velveteen Dream wore a Johnny Gargano t-shirt. The little things do matter. I love the psychology going on with the Velveteen Dream. And really, he was just there to make Johnny Gargano look like $1 million. and I think he done just enough to do it. Like I said, Velveteen Dream was the real star, but it was Johnny Gargano that got the momentum going for him. And then you get that end result where you have Andrade Cien and Almas come out, and both him and Gargano have a little face-off before they started, interacting back and forth with their fists and their moves and stuff like that. You get Andrade Cien getting his moment in where he threw Gargano out the ring, but Johnny Gargano comes back and gets his moment. He's the one that gets the last word in with Andrade Cien and Almas. I like how that segment went down. It was 50-50. You don't really know what's going to happen at TakeOver Philadelphia. I'm sorry. But I have a good idea where they're going to go with that match. I will save my thoughts for a prediction video for TakeOver Philadelphia, which is coming out shortly after this video. Also, the other really good thing I like was that backstage segment. It was, I do believe, Ember Moon. Yeah, it was Ember Moon, the NXT Women's Champion, and Shayna Baszler doing a backstage interview with Percy Watson. I don't know why he's doing it. I think Nigel McGuinness should have done this. Yeah, I really dug this backstage promo. And it was short, it was sweet, it was to the point, and it's really simple and really easy to understand as well. Here you have Shayna Baszler, the heel. She's a bit of a punk, she's a bit of a bully. Here you have Ember Moon. She's the one all about honor and dignity and respect. She's the baby face. I feel that NXT is always like hit and miss with Ember Moon, the way they're booking her. I want to see her as a Mystique, Undertaker kind of character where she doesn't say a whole heck of a lot. And I think they kind of lost that. But in the same time, I kind of like what they've done with this segment in this contained backstage interview. I like the little things again where Ember Moon just did not look away from Shayna Baszler. She was focused and intense on her. Her eyes not once looked at the interviewer. She was looking at her opponent. I like that kind of thing. You could see that little bit of anticipation and tension throughout this segment. And I think this was needed and necessary because there really wasn't a lot of build-up, and I think they kind of rushed into making this match. Again, I'll save my overall thoughts about who should win this match in my prediction video, but this was something to get me ready for their match. It's nothing that was special or popped out by the highest degree at all, but it was something. This match needed something. And the other thing that I liked was the Authors of Pain coming out and just destroying those two jobbers who we never got to hear their names at all. And that's all you really needed to do. AOP, entrance, they come in, they clean house, destroy. You have both guys cut a promo, both of them speaking a bit of English there. That's all you really needed. It was short, it was simple, it was effective, it got the point across, and it got the point across very well. However, with that said, I don't think this show was a great go-home show. There wasn't enough to build up to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. But you have those three segments, the three matches that draws you into the show. The NXT Championship, the Women's Championship, and the NXT Tag Team Championships. And I think they done what they needed to do with those three. And really all you needed to do with the Aleister Black and the Adam Cole match, Extreme Rules match coming up on Saturday, is you have that video package hyping up the match. That's all you need to really do on this go-home show. You don't need a lot of build-up to build to a potentially really good mid-card Extreme Rules match. That's it. But with all that said, I want to get to the negatives about this show. There's only maybe a couple, like 2 or 3. I think the show had matches that weren't really necessary for a go-home show because the people involved in the first 2 matches, I don't think they're actually doing anything on TakeOver Philadelphia, and they could have used that time to maybe do something with maybe Lars Sullivan or Killian Dane or even Roderick Strong to build up to a potential match on TakeOver Philadelphia, which I don't think is even going to happen at all right now because of that. So I was kind of let down by that. You had 2 matches. You had No Way Jose versus Cesar Bononi. I see money there with Cesar Bononi. I see potential there with him. But this was a No Way Jose return. I don't mind the gimmick. I don't know if it will get old and stale after a while. It could have that effect, but again, I like No Way Jose's gimmick. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's got the point across, and then the match was only short. So you got that out of the way, and that was fine. And you had Bianca Belair versus LaToya. This match, again, you really didn't need it on a go-home show because, let's face it, that's not really the main focal point at all. But with this match in itself, it did what it needed to do. It established Bianca Belair. I like that she stands out amongst the rest of the women on the NXT roster with that big, long, braided hair, and she uses it as a whip. To me, that's what makes Bianca Belair stand out. And again, that's the one thing that would get her over. Bianca Belair wins. There you go. Short match, get it out of the way to focus on other things like what I mentioned earlier. And the other thing that I really didn't care for all that much, and hear me out before you dislike this video, the TM61 video biography. Now, I totally understand what they're doing with these 2 guys. You know, I like that NXT is using a video biography package to hype up the return of an individual, or in this case, a tag team in TM61. You know, they were talking about stuff where one of them got hurt, the injury, the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with the Authors of Pain, and the way they kind of written off that injury so he had time to recuperate with the Revival, all that stuff, you know. With that promo segment, that video package, it was fine. I didn't mind it. But the problem I have is that what does Triple H see in TM61? I don't get what their gimmick is. I really don't. To me, TM61 looks like just a couple of 2 jobbers. They do. I don't see the hype with them. I don't see the gimmick with them. I don't see the characters with them. What are they supposed to be? Anyone? To me, they just come across as just a couple of guys with no personality. They seem really dull and boring and stale, but they seem to be pretty likable dudes, though. Again, I think this has the potential to disappoint me, because this could be all hype, and you get the return, and it's like, I don't know. But I hope I'm proven wrong. I really hope I am. So, those are the things I didn't like, and I got to the stuff I liked already. So, my overall thoughts, again, for a go-home show, this is not one of NXT's best hours at all. I don't think. However, with that said, they got the point across. may not have been the most effective with some of the segments, but it was effective with others as well. You get the three main ones that done their job. I might give this show a 2.5 out of 5. If you saw this week's episode of NXT, what did you think about it? Feel free to leave those comments right here in the comment section below. You can also hit that subscribe button down below this video as well to become an MRBer on this wrestling review show.